6:14, time now for business news. And on this Wednesday morning, we say good morning to Mike Eppel for the latest in business. Good morning, Mike.
Hello there, Tammie. Good morning. It only gets better from here.
It does, right? Because
Did
we're
you
getting
know today the winter solstice?
it
Is
is
this it?
4:48, Natasha said. So that
Oh,
is
there we
when
go.
it all hits. And then from
Awesome.
that moment on, we get like, what is it, like a second or like a
We'll notice
nanosecond
it.
of
We'll notice it
daylight more
tomorrow.
every day? Yeah. Won't notice it tomorrow. You wait till like January, February and see what happens.
That's right.
But
That's
at
right.
least
Come
we're
February, I'll go.
yeah. You'll be
That's
like,
right. It'll
hey.
be 6 o'clock. The sun's setting now. That'll be
Yeah,
awesome.
it's not dark at 4:15 anymore. Good stuff.
Right.
Okay, all right. So all
Right.
looking up from here. Later
right.
on, we're going to be looking out for those inflation numbers for November. They're coming out this morning.
Yeah, and hopefully we're not looking up at a higher inflation rate. The trajectory, though, for the cost of living does seem to be heading in the right direction, with the November headline inflation rate expected to be in around 6.5 to 6.7%, which would be down from the near 7% that we saw in September and October, and down from the 8% plus peak that we saw back in the summertime. The big takeaway from this, though, Tammie, will be food prices, because in October, food was still showing a price increase, a basket of goods of 11%. So food has been a key driver for inflation, and we all have to eat. So guess what? We're all feeling inflationary pressures this year. Gas prices have moderated, and hopefully, again, if the trend is in the right direction here, Tammie, it'll take a little more pressure off the Bank of Canada to raise interest rates on January 25th, although they're still saying, 2% is the target, so still maybe some work to do.
Yeah, a lot of work to do to get to that point for
Yeah.
sure. All right, Mike. And we'll head on to Elon Musk. What's the latest with him today? We had the Twitter results. He's supposed to, step down. Yesterday he was pretty quiet until.
Well, he says he will step down as the CEO of Twitter, but only when he finds someone, quote, foolish enough to take the job. So there's some wiggle room there, I'd say, from Elon Musk. And he's going to still stay with the company running the software and servers teams. So theoretically, he's not really leaving. And whoever does come in to be the CEO is going to have Elon looking over his shoulder pretty much 24/7, when he should probably be looking over at Tesla, which, I saw an interesting headline this morning, Tammie, about Tesla, how it's had its worst month, year, and quarter in the company's history for its stock price. That's the spillover effect we've talked about from Elon talking and doing too much over at Twitter and not paying enough attention over at Tesla.
It says a lot when the popularity of Teslas and electric vehicles in general, it's growing, yet this stock is tumbling. Yeah, so he should maybe keep his eyes over on the other
Perception matters.
Yeah.
Perception matters. What you say over here kind of affects what you do over there.
Yeah, for sure. The government yesterday, the feds, it's got some news that quietly there was an approval of quite a big purchase of new fighter jets.
Yeah, this is big in as much as dollar terms, and a strategic shift by the federal government on the future of what our military will be using in the skies. And again, it hasn't been official. This is just the quiet approval to the Defense Department to buy 16 F-35 fighter jets built by Lockheed Martin. That's the Joint Strike Fighter, which is used by the United States and many of our allies overseas. But look, the procurement issue of anything for the Defense Department, it just takes, well, in this case, decades. Because these planes, they were originally on the order book back in 2010 from the Harper government. Then the Trudeau government came in, scrapped the deal, said they were going to look elsewhere. Saab was a possible supplier. Boeing, they're going to go back to the F-35. And this is just the start of this order. But, I mean, the infrastructure it's going to take to switch from the CF-18s to the F-35s. It's massive. This is going to take years to get these planes in the skies, because you have to have the support teams on the ground and the technical whereabouts to service these planes as well. So it's the start, but it's taking years to get to this point.
Okay, and very quickly, we're out of time, but Nike sales on the rise there, surprising.
A 17% increase in sales for Nike. Inventory levels getting better. The stock this morning, Tammie, is up 12%. That's a nice thing to see, considering we've had nothing but selling on the markets of late, but it's helping lift the Dow. It's a Dow component and up sharply this morning by 12%.
All right, ending on good news for Wednesday. Thanks so much, Mike.
There you
Appreciate
go.
it.